This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Monday, November 27th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. Eli Lilly and Company's CEO Dave Ricks says it is a historic time for the company after receiving regulatory approval for its highly anticipated injectable weight loss drug, Zepbound. He said there are more treatments in the pipeline designed to make Lilly a leader in the weight loss medicine market.
There's a triple acting one called retatrutide in phase 3 studies. We have an oral GLP-1, so single acting, but a pill that's in phase 3 now and much anticipated product. And then we have 6 others in the Lilly pipeline. So we continue to innovate and we aim to be a leader here. We're focused on doing everything we can to arrest a common condition. WHO says 1 billion people in the world will have obesity by 2030. Our job is to help them.
Ricks said Zepbound will primarily be made at Lilly's forthcoming presence in the Leap District in Lebanon. Indiana University is now on the hunt for a new head football coach. 3 consecutive losing seasons and a 3-year conference record of 3-24 cost Tom Allen his dream job on Sunday, when the two sides reached a financial settlement of $15.5 million to part ways. More Hoosiers around the state will soon be able to be screened for lung cancer thanks to a $4.5 million gift to Indiana University Health to support a mobile screening program. The funding will support the build-out of a mobile unit and the first year of patient care resources, staffing, operating, and marketing expenses starting in 2025. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to Engage Central Indiana, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. You won't want to miss our fireside chat with Governor Holcomb and the Michael A. Carroll Award presentation to Mitch Daniels. Plus, we'll dive into the important issues shaping the region's economy. It's December 6th at the JW Marriott in downtown Indy. RSVP at ibj.com/engage.
An Illinois-based food ingredient manufacturer has agreed to an $8 million settlement with the EPA over claims that it violated the Clean Air Act at its corn wet milling facility in Indianapolis.
Ingredion makes sweeteners, starches, nutrition ingredients, and biomaterials found in a variety of everyday products. The company has agreed to pay a civil penalty of $1.1 million and implement measures to reduce and offset emissions at a cost of nearly $7 million. According to a complaint filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Indiana, Ingredion violated Clean Air Act permit limits on particulate matter emissions and failed to operate and monitor certain equipment to minimize air emissions. In 2015, 2 employees from the Indiana Department of Environmental Management conducted an unannounced inspection of the facility on the city's southwest side. They found that emissions from a gluten dryer exceeded the EPA's limit. Further tests found that Ingredion failed to take corrective action to limit emissions at its Indianapolis facility. The settlement requires Ingredion to install and operate new equipment to meet particulate matter limits that are lower than the plant's current permitted limits. It also requires Ingredion to implement a modernized compliance management system to address repeated operation and monitoring failures at the facility and hire an independent auditor to verify the effectiveness of the system. The company also agreed to replace aging railway locomotives at the facility with 2 modern locomotives that meet emission standards. Kate Sharon, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
An Illinois jury ruled last week that several major egg producers, including Seymour-based Roseacre Farms, conspired to limit the U.S.'s supply of eggs in order to raise prices in a case stemming from a federal lawsuit filed originally 12 years ago. Several large food manufacturing companies alleged in the lawsuit that producers used various means to limit the U.S. domestic supply of eggs to increase the prices of eggs and egg products, which a jury found took place from 2004 to 2008. Damages will be decided in a trial scheduled for this week. Roseacre Farms was previously chaired by John Rust, who is currently running for U.S. Senate. Longtime Indy news anchor Debbie Knox is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.